and that he still actually lives at Hank's house. Because Hank is going on to say, oh, Johnny does not live with me, I do not help Johnny anymore, I'm not associated with him anymore. Apparently that's not true.
Yeah. I know he was pressured by Hank's family to be a part of this case.
He needed a legal guardian, right?
Yes.
He's been to the immigration offices many times with me. So if I do go on the run or go jump the DMZ, jump the border, and disappear, this is actually he's my official legal guardian in Korea.
So I'm legally defending Johnny, kind of.
You know, how much have you personally spent thus far?
Including
legal fee, everything.
Close to it.
Close to $20,000.
Hank Yu is in serious trouble right now. And what's shocking is that this should have been the time Johnny Somali was finally facing the consequences of his actions. After losing his third trial, the spotlight was supposed to be on Johnny's downfall. But instead, the tables have completely turned, and now Hank is the one being dragged into the fire. So how did this happen? Well, Hank Yu lied about Johnny Somali's location, spread false claims, and then confronted Johnny directly in court, despite repeatedly saying he wouldn't get involved in the case at all. That move backfired badly. South Koreans especially are furious with Hank, because many people believe he indirectly helped Johnny Somali. What was supposed to be a clean victory against Johnny has turned into one of Hank's biggest mistakes, and his reputation is crumbling at record speed. Let's break this down. Hank Yu's pattern of lying isn't new. Before Johnny Somali's trial even began, Hank publicly stated that he had no involvement, no concern, and no responsibility over Johnny's safety.
I cannot even involve myself in Johnny's trial. Like, I'm not so out of his safety. I never said that I approve of everything that Johnny does.
But his actions told a very different story. At first, when Johnny Somali's trial was falling apart, some viewers were satisfied. They thought Hank had stepped aside and was letting justice play out. But behind the scenes, it became clear this was Hank's strategy all along. He wanted to twist the narrative, stir more trouble, and manipulate the audience that was following the case. Even fellow creators like Atazi called Hank out. Atazi revealed that Hank lied about cutting ties with Johnny Somali.
Unquote student, and that he still actually lives at Hank's house. So that's interesting because Hank is going on to say, oh, Johnny does not live with me, I do not help Johnny anymore, I'm not associated with him anymore. Apparently that's not true.
It showed that Hank wasn't just connected, he was enabling the entire situation. And it gets worse. Atazi also revealed that Hank pressured Johnny Somali's own lawyer into moving forward with a defense strategy that the lawyer didn't even want to pursue at the time. Imagine that. Hank wasn't just lying to the public, he was actively twisting the legal side of things to maintain control. That's not the behavior of someone who wants justice. That's the behavior of someone who thrives on manipulation.
Flustered, definitely out of his depth. I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I know he was pressured by Hank's family to be a part of this case, and I think he's trying to do his best to balance between Johnny and...
Plenty of people online agree. TikTok comments with tens of thousands of likes point out the obvious. Hank never just corrected mistakes. He staged situations, lied about them, and then tried to profit from the outrage. One comment summed it up perfectly. Hank is a liar just like Johnny Somali. What he says and what he does never match. And when you really look at it, that's exactly what's happening. After Johnny's court hearing, Hank was caught on video dodging questions and even acting like Johnny's protector.
Yo, Johnny! Johnny, quick interview? No, I guess they don't want to. Johnny!
This is the same man who swore he wasn't responsible for Johnny's safety.
Not so out of his safety.
The hypocrisy is glaring. But Hank's behavior doesn't stop with lies and cover-ups. He's openly admitted to wanting to defame people like Legal Mindset and others who criticized him, just to make money. On camera, Hank admitted he'd sue for defamation.
Is it true that you were trying to sue others for their free speech? Like, were you trying to sue Legal Mindset and somebody told me you were trying to sue him?
For defamation, yeah. Well, I'm not criminally charging him. Money!
Wait, so you're free speech?
But if I can extract money out of him, yeah, hell yeah, nigga. But.
So you admit that Legal Mindset, that guy has the right to say everything he says, but you see an opportunity to try and get some money, so you're like, fuck it, I need money or whatever.
Yeah.
Not because he believed in the case, but because he wanted a payout. That's not justice. That's a scam. Legal Mindset quickly fired back, pointing out that Hank's so-called case would be laughed out of court.
Hank confirms he desires to sue for defamation, but I want to be very clear with you guys and very honest. It's not just me. I would love to make this about, it's not just me. He wants to sue Atozi. He wants to sue 15 Minutes. He wants to sue all the Korean streamers. The judge is going to hear that. Literally, anybody who he sues can take that clip. That's a public video and can play that for the judge, and the judge would just laugh at him.
And honestly, he's right. Hank spent nearly $20,000 on Johnny Somali already, losing every bit of it. Now, desperate to recover, he's turning to schemes that only make him look worse. The irony is, Hank himself has admitted that money is his only motivation. And once you admit that, nobody is going to take you seriously. The contradictions just keep stacking. Hank claimed he never approved of Johnny Somali's actions in South Korea, but at the same time, he was Johnny's advisor, legal guardian, and even the person whose name and ID were used to create Johnny's YouTube channel. That's not distance, that's direct involvement. Johnny himself confirmed it, saying Hank was his official guardian in Korea, and that much of what he did, including shady online activity, was orchestrated with Hank's help. So ask yourself, was Johnny Somali really acting alone? Definitely not. Hank was pulling strings behind the scenes. And when things went south, he washed his hands clean and pointed the blame at Johnny. Now here's the chilling part. Hank has already said he plans to leave for China in 2026, conveniently around the time Johnny Somali will be deep in prison. Coincidence? Or another carefully crafted escape route? The timing feels way too calculated. The truth is simple. Hank and Johnny Somali are two sides of the same coin. Both manipulated situations, both lied for personal gain, and both created chaos while pretending to be victims. Johnny Somali may be the face of the scandal, but Hank's role is just as sinister. And the public isn't buying Hank's excuses anymore. Comments online are brutal. People are calling him pure evil, accusing him of enabling Johnny Somali, and pointing out that his lies are finally catching up to him. One viewer even said Hank's interview caused more damage to his reputation than anything else ever could. And honestly, that's true. At this point, Hank has exposed himself. The mask is gone. He wanted to profit off drama, but instead he's drowning in it. He wanted control, but instead he's lost everything. What was supposed to be Johnny Somali's downfall has become Hank's collapse. And the scariest part is that Hank doesn't seem to realize it yet. His reputation is gone, his credibility is gone, and the only thing left is the backlash that's about to hit harder than ever. Because when you build your brand on lies, manipulation, and shady schemes, there's only one way it ends. And for Hank, that ending is already here.